spend way too much time here.
Andarana Tishan's sister.
You... Daggers! Got them too!
We're here to serve the mate. The Canary must like it here, to stay so long.
Forgive...
From what I've seen, the Canary don't like anything.
That can't be true. They must like some things. Sunshine, butterflies, rainbows.
If I spot a Canary admiring butterflies, Meryl, you'll be the first person I tell.
I thought it would end here. That young lady, Hawke, she decimated Flint Company. No survivors. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
My... Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
Hawke said sarcastically.
You know, I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
If, you two have a moment, I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
I think I've met Lord Harriman.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johane Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry. I wish I could have stayed here forever. I never wanted to rule Starkhaven.
There are still many refugees that need help.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport? Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Three years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but... Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You take a breath and look around. And start anew.
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me. His little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
We can talk about this, Fenris.
Maybe another time. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
I don't think the guards raiding the estate met that particular reception.
Why is he keeping these things around? I thought Gascard lived alone.
Perhaps these belong to a family member.
Help me, please! He's got You're not... You're not him. Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Do you take me for a fool?
No, I didn't mean... I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
All right. We'll see if you can talk yourself out of this.
20 silver if he says, "It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man."
Several years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister. It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next. I took her, so he'd have to come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
He's lying! He hurt me!
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me!
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything.
I could report you to the Templars for blood magic.
Yes, I've used blood magic and lyrium to augment my powers. I'm not proud of what I've done, but I had to. He took my sister from me.
Can't you just tell the city guard what you told me?
Yes, can't you?
Why? I don't want him arrested. This isn't about justice. I need to be the one to bleed him dry.
Selfish little shit. How many of you risked by keeping this to yourself?
Emmerich was certain you were the killer.
Of course he was. But I was trying to find the killer just like him. Our paths crossed and he just assumed I was the murderer.
He'll want to know what happened here.
Tell him whatever you like. I'll be long gone by then.
Who killed your sister?
A powerful and experienced blood mage. I believe he uses the women for some ritual. His victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
Time for you to vanish. Every man for himself.
I'm headed to Darktown. If you learn anything new about the killer, find me there. I have a score to settle with him.
So I hear you've been visiting the Viscount?
Aren't you Hawk? Emmerich left not long ago. He said you'd arranged to meet tonight.
There was no such arrangement.
But you sent him a message. I still have it with me.
I didn't send this.
You didn't? Strange.
That's not a good sign.
Well, I don't know. Emmerich's been acting strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
Why do so many mages insist on running away from us?
Mage sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone... Oh, Maker. The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this?
I can't be certain of anything. Gascard may have tricked me.
Then we need to find him. Do you know where he is?
He said he was going to Darktown.
Darktown's a big place, but we'll find him. He's an apostate, and Meredith will want him hunted down. I will speak to the city guard about this. Gascard Dupuis will not escape.
My men will cooperate however they can. Tell them I command it.
Thank you, Captain.
You are Hawk. A patrol went missing along the Wounded Coast. The Arishok says you have some semblance of honor. So tell me, did you kill them?
If I did kill them, why would I tell you? You'd just attack me.
I seek an answer to a question. What has happened to the missing Karatan? Vengeance is not relevant to this task.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe you. If you are not responsible, I waste my time here.
You, Varric, have a very large mouth.
And here I've always looked up to you. What is it now?
There were fistfights in the barracks over who was the model for your guard cereal.
Hard in Hightown. Riveting stuff. Everyone loves a dirty guard on the edge.
Varric.
Fine, I'll start his big finish. 3 chapters until Donan Brennakovic retires and opens a tavern on the coast. I sure hope he makes it. He's getting too old for this shit.
You sure you don't want a little extra?
That stopped with Jevon, as did your extra shipments.
You were allowed, Basra.
I can, and I have.
Sarah Hawk.
Yes?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Kunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawk. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlok. You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawk. You will want to hunt him.
Any idea where we can find Javaris?
I heard about a sell-off. Merchant territories and such. They don't do that unless someone left in a hurry. I'd have figured he'd rook some noble. He's sure not a burglar.
Just tell me where he is.
I haven't kept up on the squirt. Ask the coterie.
Panahedon, Hawk. It will be interesting to see if you die.
Heard something about a big strike in the Deep Roads.
Mika turned his gaze on you, Jack.
What do you need, love? Package delivery?
I'm Hawk. I got a letter from some mage friends.
I see, I see. Check the back of the board for our special rates.
Helping apostates is dangerous. If the Templars caught you...
One of my sisters is a mage. A gentle child, so generous. She was made tranquil last year. Templars claimed she was a danger. Now, it's like she's not there. That shouldn't be forced on anyone.
I won't stand by while mages suffer.
Bless you, love. The board has all the details. Should you take care of something, just drop by.
Kirkwall ain't what it used to be. I seek any information on suspected imposters.
know the Tethras family businesses are registered in your cousin Elman's name?
You don't say.
But I can't find any record of you having a cousin
You're selling the assets of Javaris Tintop?
We are. Limited districts, limited contracts. Keeps territory clear and separate from the start. He had a meager lot, but he skipped with dues outstanding, so up it goes.
Sounds like he's made a few friends. Can one of them point me his way?
Ask that about anyone else, I'd have you thrown out. This one, he owes me too. Javaris left in a hurry. I'd put him at Smuggler's Cut if he's avoiding patrols. It empties at a cave outside town. Tell him I said, don't come back.
Not the trail I'd expect from a master thief. Just saying.
Point the way, Hawk.
that any way to greet an old friend?
You? Granny's garters, she would hire you. I can't buy a break on discount. You know what? Go ahead. Take my head and pike it back to that sodding elf. I need the rest.
What in blazes are you talking about?
But you don't know? Then what? You're tracking for the Qunari? Then she did it. That elf got them after me for nothing. Bitch born.
Ah, I knew he was no burglar. We're not climbers.
Look, I'm minding business, same old. Then out of the blue, some elf tries to kill me. Says she's got the Qunari powder and I'm her cover. I slipped her, hired some bodyguards, and ran for it. And now you're here. Great.
If you're innocent, you could plead your case to the Arashok.
Let's break this down. An elf with explosives wants me dead. Part 2, the Qunari may think I'm a thief and also want me dead. Either option seemed promising? Didn't think so. Here. Want to drag Dark into light? I had a man follow her. The elf's in Lowtown. I just want to get out with my dead guards. Thanks for that.
Sounds like you have a long way to go, hopefully.
Right. Got me a rosy future to plan out. Think I'll start by selling some boots. Sodding bunch of... Take a long breath on a short shaft, you blasted dog lord inroaders.
All of you, I can't fight the damned air. You want to live, stay out.
What's going on, Mason?
Guard Captain, there's... I can't even describe.
On your time, son.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a lingering mist. Anyone caught in the cloud just went bad. Then the others just wretched themselves dead.
All right, keep your post. We'll take it from here. He's a good man. Trust that it's as bad as he says.
How about we skip this one? Send your man instead.
How about I shove a canary up your coal mine? Let's go. Maker. We need to stop this mist. Find the source.
This should do the trick on those barrels. Another latch to shut this properly.
take comfort in his certainty when this is over.
So, your fault, I presume?
Is that Sarah Hawk? You have enemies. I'm glad it's you, really. These poor people. You are a much better target.
So, care to explain your particular brand of crazy?
Qunari take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Qunari Thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
Which of my people put you up to the theft?
It can still work. They're hidden in your city. They'll enrage the faithful and make sure the Qunari are blamed. Me, I'm finished. I just need a few more bodies. A few more.
You'll need to know about this.
Thank you, Sam.
Enter if you must.
So, I was wrong about our thief.
You'll get used to it.
They say we were careless with our trap, that this is our fault. But even without the Sarkamech, there would have been death. This elf was determined to lay blame at our feet.
But your feet didn't do anything wrong, did they?
Selfishness, want, denial. How do you allow this to continue?
If you dislike Kirkwall so much, why haven't you left?
Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You say we should leave, but how can you bear to stay in this chaos?
I agree. It's a mess.
But you don't see that as a problem?
I see it as an opportunity, and I intend to take full advantage.
Karasten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. It is an undeniable certainty. What full advantage can you take without that authority?
He's free to choose to obey. That isn't contradictory to you.
He chooses to be, as do we all, long before any of your meaningless freedoms are presented. Your kind may force our rule to change, if the Qun demands.
Why aren't you more concerned about her supporters?
Our enemies strike from shadow because they cannot stand before us. This is not a revelation. And it doesn't matter. I am not here to fight. I am here to satisfy a demand you cannot understand.
It's taking long enough.
It will take as long as needed. No ship is coming. There is no rescue from duty to the Qun. I am stuck here.
That is not the understanding of city leaders and their supporters.
Let them rot. Filth stole from us. Not now, not the Sarkamek. Years ago. A simple act of greed has bound me. We are all denied Parvolin until I alone recover what was lost under my command. That is why this elf and her shadows are unimportant. That is why I do not simply walk from this pustule of a city. Fixing your mess is not the demand of the Qun, and you should all be grateful! Thank you, human, for your service. Leave.
That's an Oxman ready to charge. The Viscount should know.
You were very close to losing your printing blocks, Varric.
Once more, I am falsely accused of whatever it is I am accused of. Falsely.
Someone swapped the text of my recruitment poster with some filth from the Blooming Rose.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good.
Sure. Fill the barracks with whores. But you've also filled the rows with guards.
It is true what they say. The best comedy comes from tragedy.
I was hoping you'd come. You did so much for my Fainriel already, but... I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him. And now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Fainriel went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
This is hardly my area of expertise, but is there anything I can do?
Keeper Marathari thinks an ancient Dalish ritual can help free Fainriel, but someone he trusts must enter the Fade to guide him out.
Perhaps this is something best left to the Circle.
The Keeper will delve into the ancient magics to protect this half-breed. She wouldn't do so for me.
I've already called for the Keeper. We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
I've got a few things to finish first.
Yes, I suggest you settle your affairs. Once you are in the Fade, the only way to emerge is with my son.
Free drinks.
Who are you?
I'm here to report Sir Conrad.
I know him. Did he do... something? Or something?
One moment. Are you well?
Oh, it's just that, you know, it's hard to think sometimes. But I will do my duty. If you've seen something, suspicious, let me know.
Sir Conrad caught some apostates. They offered him coin to let them go, and he took it.
Sir Conrad? Are you sure?
I'm afraid so.
This needs to be reported. I can't believe it.
Drinking from their tub again, huh?
You have to when you're dealing with the...
Hawk, I've got some news. You might not want to be near anything breakable when I tell you, though.
Why don't I buy you a pint and we'll talk?
You just keep making this harder. Although I won't say no to a pint, if you're buying. I've had an ear out for Bartrand. After the Deep Roads, he ran to Ravain, probably because he knew I couldn't track him. But I hear he might be back in Kirkwall. He called in loans from a few of his contacts in Hightown.
Was he staying in Hightown, or just passing through?
If my information is good, and it's always good, he has a house there. Which gives us a good shot at having a word with my dear sweet brother.
I've really missed Bartrand. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
I agree. Bianca's been missing him something awful. Let's stop by his new house. Welcome him back to the neighborhood and all that.
Let's see how you like drunk men pinching your ass and trying to lick you.
Why do you always win at cards?
Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's Elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back. I jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here. The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
And you'll wake up and find someone stolen your trousers.
That's when you know it's a party. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
What happened to... You cast me about like a summer storm, and I loved every minute of it.
You can enjoy a person in a bedroom but detest their company outside of it. I don't detest your company outside of the bedroom. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
If you hadn't been shipwrecked, we wouldn't have met. That would have been a shame.
I'll drink to that.
We used to have another bartender here, you know.
Oh?
He went into the back room for an...
I have something for you.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, isn't that just the cutest thing?
You can't see it, but below deck there's a perfect replica of you, with a dozen sailors in attendance.
You tease. I'm sure there isn't. It is a worthy goal to work towards, however. Thank you, Hawk. This was a thoughtful gesture.
So you be careful going back there.
I promise. If I go back there, I won't be alone.